Have you ever felt like you're carrying a special mission in this life? Perhaps it's a quiet feeling, a subtle knowing deep inside like there's a greater purpose waiting for you to discover. Maybe you've even experienced moments when you felt the presence of something beyond the physical world, spirits, energies, or invisible signs guiding you along your path. These moments can leave you wondering if there's more to this life than what meets the eye. The truth is, many of us experience these connections and feelings without fully understanding them. We may brush them off or feel unsure about their significance, but what if these signs were meant to guide us toward our higher purpose? What if they're messages from the other side offering advice and wisdom to help us navigate our lives with more clarity and intention? In today's video, we'll explore this very idea, advice from the other side for those of us who are chosen. The term chosen doesn't necessarily mean that you've been picked for fame, fortune, or power. It simply means that you've been selected for something deeper, a higher purpose, a special role in the grand tapestry of existence. This advice can be incredibly enlightening, offering us insights that help us understand the challenges we face and the lessons we're meant to learn. It can guide us toward a life filled with meaning, a life where we truly feel connected to the world around us and the people we encounter. As we delve into these pieces of wisdom, it's important to keep an open mind. The other side, whether it's the spirits of those who've passed or the energy of the universe itself, communicates in subtle ways. These messages often come in the form of feelings, synchronicities, or quiet nudges that lead us to make choices that align with our soul's true path. Sometimes we may not fully understand why we feel compelled to make a certain decision, but if we trust in these whispers, we may find ourselves on a journey that unfolds with greater ease and understanding. The wisdom we'll explore today will help us see life with new eyes. It can show us how to live more consciously, how to connect with the energies and spirits around us, and most importantly, how to embrace the unique role we each have in this vast and mysterious world. If you've ever wondered about your place in this grand journey, if you've ever felt like there's something more waiting for you, this video will provide you with guidance that may help you find clarity. Whether you're feeling lost, unsure, or simply seeking more direction in life, these spiritual insights will shine a light on the path ahead. They'll encourage you to listen more closely to your inner voice, to trust the signs that appear along your journey, and to embrace the fact that you are in fact chosen for something important. Every challenge you face, every person you meet, and every experience you encounter can be part of the grand plan, a plan that is uniquely yours. So in today's video, we will uncover the advice that the other side has for us. We'll explore how to tap into this wisdom, how to trust in the guidance we receive, and how to live more fully in alignment with our purpose. As we go through this journey together, I invite you to open your heart and mind to the possibility that there is much more to your life than what you've seen so far. The universe has a way of guiding us to exactly where we need to be, and the signs are all around us if we are willing to listen. If this topic resonates with you, and if you find yourself feeling drawn to learn more about the spiritual wisdom that connects us all, I encourage you to like this video, share it with those who might also find it meaningful, and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on more inspiring spiritual content like this one. Together, let's explore the deeper mysteries of life and the wisdom that the other side has to offer. Thank you for being here, and let's begin this journey of discovery. One of the most important pieces of advice from the other side is to seek inner peace. When we think of peace, we often picture a calm environment, a peaceful retreat away from the noise of the world, or perhaps a moment of quiet after a long, stressful day. However, true peace is not something we can find in a specific place or in a brief moment of rest. True peace is an internal state, a feeling that comes from within regardless of the circumstances around us. The departed spirits, those who have crossed over to the other side, often tell us that achieving peace within ourselves is one of the most powerful things we can do in our lives. They share with us that when we are at peace within, everything around us becomes clearer. It's as if the fog of confusion or anxiety lifts, allowing us to see the world and our own lives with greater clarity. When we find inner peace, we begin to realize that life is not a battle to be fought, but a journey of experiences to be embraced. This advice from the other side is not just about finding a temporary sense of calm, but about shifting our perspective on life. It's about realizing that we don't need to struggle with every challenge or resist the difficulties that come our way. Life as it unfolds is a series of experiences, both positive and negative. Each moment, each encounter is an opportunity for growth, learning, and transformation. When we approach life with inner peace, we begin to respond to challenges with patience and understanding rather than reacting with fear, stress, or frustration. This shift in mindset allows us to navigate life's ups and downs with grace and resilience. The other side teaches us that we can find peace within ourselves even in the midst of chaos, and that peace is the foundation upon which we can build a fulfilling and meaningful life. So how do we achieve this inner peace? How do we tap into the calm that resides deep within us, especially when the world around us seems to be constantly in motion, pulling us in different directions? The answer lies in reconnecting with ourselves, listening to our inner voice, and making time to quiet the mind. One way to begin this journey toward inner peace is through meditation. Meditation allows us to slow down, to step away from the noise of the world, and to turn our attention inward. It helps us quiet the constant chatter of the mind and create a space for stillness. Through regular meditation practice, we can begin to tune into our own thoughts and feelings without judgment or distraction. We learn to observe our emotions and thoughts from a place of neutrality, which gives us the power to choose how we respond to them. Meditation helps us to cultivate a deeper connection with our inner selves, and over time it can lead to a profound sense of inner peace. Another powerful way to find peace is through simply being present in the moment. We often get caught up in the past, replaying old memories or worrying about the future, imagining what might go wrong. However, true peace can only be found in the present moment, the here and now. By focusing on the present, we can free ourselves from the grip of past regrets and future anxieties. We can experience the world as it is without the weight of unnecessary fears and worries. Taking time to appreciate the beauty of the world around us, whether it's a quiet walk in nature or simply pausing to take a deep breath, can help us reconnect with the peace that resides within. The other side often reminds us that peace comes from within. It's not something that can be found externally or given to us by anyone else. We must find it ourselves within our own hearts and minds. The world around us will always be changing, and external circumstances may shift in ways that are beyond our control. But when we cultivate inner peace, we create a sense of stability within ourselves that remains steady no matter what is happening outside of us. With inner peace, we can approach each situation in our lives with a calm, centered presence, allowing us to make decisions that are aligned with our true selves. Finding inner peace also involves letting go of the things that no longer serve us. The other side often speaks of the importance of release, letting go of past hurts, grudges, regrets, and attachments that weigh us down. Holding on to negative emotions or past experiences can create internal turmoil, blocking the flow of peace within. When we release these burdens, we create space for peace to enter our lives. We allow ourselves to be free from the chains of the past and open ourselves up to the possibilities of the present and future. The spirits from the other side often share with us that our peace is not dependent on external factors, but on our ability to remain grounded in our own essence. They urge us to trust ourselves, to listen to our inner wisdom, and to honor our feelings without letting them control us. By doing so, we unlock the door to a life filled with clarity, purpose, and serenity. We begin to see that the challenges we face are not obstacles, but opportunities for growth. When we're at peace within, we no longer feel the need to fight against life's flow. Instead, we embrace it, knowing that everything is happening for a reason and that we are always exactly where we need to be. Try dedicating just a few minutes each day to finding peace within yourself, and you'll start to feel the difference. It doesn't take much time to begin this practice, but the benefits are profound. Whether it's through meditation, mindful breathing, or simply taking a quiet moment to center yourself, you'll begin to notice how your mind becomes calmer, your thoughts clearer, and your emotions more balanced. The more you practice, the easier it becomes to find peace in the midst of your everyday life. As you journey toward inner peace, remember that it is not a destination but an ongoing practice. Life will always present challenges and the world around us will continue to change. But when we cultivate inner peace, we create a foundation that allows us to navigate these changes with grace and resilience. And as you move forward on this path, know that the spirits from the other side are always there guiding you, reminding you that peace is within reach and encouraging you to trust in the wisdom that resides deep within your own soul. The other side always encourages us to live with a higher purpose because that's why we're here in this life. It is easy to get caught up in the daily grind chasing after success status or material possessions, but when we take a step back and reflect on our lives, we often realize that these things are fleeting and may not bring us the deep fulfillment we truly seek. Our lives have a deeper meaning, one that transcends the surface level pursuits that so often consume us. The spirits from the other side tell us that when we live with purpose, we can begin to feel that every action, every decision, every choice we make holds profound meaning. Our lives become a series of intentional steps taken toward fulfilling a greater calling. And when we are aligned with our purpose, we begin to experience a sense of fulfillment that can't be found in any material achievement. Living with purpose doesn't necessarily mean we have to be doing something grand or extraordinary. The other side reminds us that our purpose is not always about fame or greatness, but about living authentically and about serving others, whether in big or small ways. Purpose can be found in everyday moments, in the simple acts of kindness and love that we offer to those around us. Each of us has a unique path, and that path is often revealed through the passions we hold, the values we cherish, and the impact we want to have on the world. When we live with purpose, we're not merely existing, but actively engaging in the world in a meaningful way. We start to see our actions as part of a bigger picture, a greater plan. This connection to purpose can bring about an incredible sense of peace, because it allows us to feel that we are part of something larger than ourselves. We're not just drifting through life without direction, but instead we're moving with intention, knowing that every step we take is leading us closer to fulfilling the reason we are here. So how do we find our purpose in life? The answer is not always simple, and sometimes it can feel elusive, especially when we're caught up in the busyness of life. The other side encourages us to listen to our hearts and to pay attention to the small whispers of guidance that we receive. Purpose is often found not in the big flashy moments, but in the quiet nudges that come from deep within our soul. These nudges can appear in the form of passions, talents, or interests that we feel drawn to often without understanding why. The other side reminds us that it's important to trust these instincts, to pay attention to what excites us, what makes us feel alive, and what fills us with a sense of fulfillment. The path to discovering our purpose begins with self-reflection. We must look within ourselves and ask the important questions. What are the things that bring me joy? What activities make me feel most connected to who I truly am? What do I feel compelled to contribute to the world? When we take time to sit with these questions, to really listen to the desires and inclinations of our heart, we begin to get glimpses of our purpose. Our purpose often lies in the things that come most naturally to us, the things that bring us the most joy and the greatest sense of peace. But the journey to finding purpose isn't always linear. The other side often reminds us that it's okay to change directions and to evolve over time. Our purpose may shift as we grow, and that's a part of the process. Just because you don't have everything figured out right away doesn't mean you aren't on the right path. Sometimes our purpose is revealed to us gradually through the experiences we have, the people we meet, and the lessons we learn. The spirits tell us that the process of finding purpose is often a lifelong journey, not a destination to be reached. It's about being open to the changes in our life and trusting that every step we take is leading us to a deeper understanding of our true purpose. To find your purpose, it is also important to notice what resonates deep within your soul. When you do something that aligns with your true self, you feel energized and fulfilled. When you're living out your purpose, you don't feel drained or exhausted by your actions. Instead, you feel a sense of alignment, as if you're in perfect harmony with who you're meant to be. The other side reminds us that sometimes our purpose doesn't have to be something grand or earth-shattering. It could be something as simple as being a kind friend, a supportive partner, or a nurturing parent. It could be finding fulfillment in your work, in your creative expression, or in your ability to help others in small, everyday ways. Purpose can also be found in the way we show up for others, in the positive impact we make on the lives of those around us. The spirits from the other side often share that our purpose is not something we need to search for endlessly, as if it is something hidden far from us. Rather, purpose is something that exists within us already. It is inherent in the way we are wired, the gifts we have, and the experiences we've had. The other side encourages us to connect with those gifts, to honour them, and to offer them freely to the world. Purpose is often about the small daily actions we take to show up authentically, to live with integrity, and to contribute positively to the world around us. The other side also teaches us that living with purpose brings us a sense of fulfillment that can never be found through external validation. No amount of praise, success, or recognition will give us the peace and satisfaction that comes from living in alignment with our soul's purpose. When we live with purpose, we're no longer dependent on external factors for our sense of worth. Instead, we find meaning and value from within. So as you embark on the journey of discovering your purpose, remember that it doesn't have to be monumental. Purpose is not about doing something extraordinary that the whole world will notice. What matters is that you live authentically, listen to your heart, and contribute in a way that feels true to who you are. Whether it's through small acts of kindness, through the way you show up for the people in your life, or through the work you do, every action you take with intention is part of fulfilling your purpose. The other side reminds us that we all have a role to play, and that role doesn't have to be flashy or grand. It is the small, meaningful contributions that we make every day that truly matter. So take a moment to reflect on your life, to listen to your heart, and to trust that the purpose you're meant to fulfill is already within you. The journey to discovering it may not always be clear, but know that you're already on the right path. And remember, the spirits on the other side are always there, guiding you, encouraging you, and reminding you that your purpose is not just about what you do, but about who you are and the impact you have on the world around you. The other side not only wants us to live peacefully and with purpose, but also to connect with those around us. The spirits and energies that reside beyond this physical world often speak of the importance of human connection and relationships. They remind us that as much as we are individuals, we're also part of a collective, and our connections to others are an integral part of the journey we are meant to experience in this life. Relationships are not just about interactions between people, they are soul connections that transcend the boundaries of time and space. Each connection we form with another person has the potential to elevate our lives, deepen our understanding of the world, and bring healing both to ourselves and others. When we live in love and connection, we not only change our own lives, but can also help others grow and heal. The energy of love and compassion is the highest vibration that exists, and when we radiate this energy, we draw others toward us who are in need of the same. It is through love that we're able to uplift each other, offering support, encouragement, and a sense of belonging. The other side tells us that every soul we meet is on their own journey, but through our connections, we can help each other navigate the twists and turns of life. It is easy to think that we need to perform grand gestures to make a meaningful impact on those around us. However, the other side teaches us that sometimes the most profound connections come from simple, small acts of kindness. A smile, a kind word, a helping hand, these seemingly insignificant gestures can have a profound impact on someone's life far beyond what we might realize. It is these small acts that weave the fabric of human connection and remind us of the deep, soulful ties we share with one another. When we take the time to show love and kindness, we're strengthening the connections between us and others, and in doing so, we contribute to the overall harmony of the world. Building meaningful relationships begins with recognizing the inherent value in every individual. The other side teaches us that no one is truly alone in this world. Everyone is connected, even if we cannot see or understand it in the physical realm. Every encounter we have with another person, whether brief or lasting, holds the potential for a deep and meaningful exchange. It is not always about the quantity of relationships we have, but the quality of the connections we form. These relationships, no matter how small or fleeting, can have a lasting impact on our lives and on the lives of others. We are not here to exist in isolation. We are meant to connect to love and to support each other as we walk through this life together. Cherishing the relationships we have, whether big or small, is one of the most important things we can do to build meaningful connections. Too often we take relationships for granted, assuming that they will always be there or expecting them to be perfect. However, the other side teaches us that relationships, like everything else in life, require attention, care, and nurturing. When we invest our time and energy into the relationships that matter to us, we create a foundation of trust, understanding, and compassion. Whether it is a family member, a friend, or even a stranger, every relationship is an opportunity to practice love and empathy. In those moments of connection, we're able to share our hearts, listen to others, and offer support when it is needed most. These interactions are sacred as they allow us to deepen our understanding of ourselves and others, while also creating a ripple effect of love and compassion that spreads far beyond our own lives. One of the most powerful ways to connect with others is through small gestures of kindness. A smile can brighten someone's day. A kind word can lift a heavy heart. A thoughtful action can change the course of someone's life. These simple acts have a profound impact far beyond what we might expect. Often we don't realize just how much our actions affect those around us. The other side reminds us that even the smallest gestures can have the most powerful effects. When we offer our kindness without expectation, we create a space for others to experience love and compassion, and in turn we receive the same energy in return. This is how we can connect with the other side, through love and compassion. The other side is not some distant, unreachable place. It exists all around us, in every moment, in every connection we make. By acting with kindness and compassion, we align ourselves with the energy of the other side, allowing us to create a bridge between the physical and spiritual realms. When we live with love in our hearts, we connect with the greater universal energy that flows through all things. It is through our love that we can feel the presence of the other side, as it is love that binds us all together. Love is the universal language, transcending all boundaries and bringing us into alignment with our true purpose. In every moment of connection, we're reminded of the interconnectedness of all things. No act of kindness is too small, no gesture of love too insignificant. Each one has the power to ripple out into the world and touch lives in ways we may never fully understand. The spirits from the other side encourage us to continue spreading love and kindness, not just through our words, but through our actions. Every small act of love we offer has the potential to create lasting change, both in our own lives and in the lives of those around us. Remember, connection doesn't just come from words, it comes from small acts of kindness and heartfelt emotions. The other side teaches us that the true power of love lies not in the grand declarations or extravagant gestures, but in the simple everyday moments where we reach out to others with an open heart. Love is not just something we feel, it is something we do. It is expressed through our actions, our words, and the energy we share with others. When we make the effort to connect with others, whether it is through a smile, a kind word, or a thoughtful gesture, we create a ripple effect that touches the lives of those around us and brings us closer to the universal love that connects us all. In our busy, fast-paced lives, it can be easy to forget the importance of these small acts of connection. We might get caught up in our own struggles, in our own journeys, and forget that we are not alone. The other side encourages us to remember that we are all part of something much larger than ourselves. We are all interconnected, and it is through our relationships with others that we're able to experience the full depth of love, compassion, and understanding. Every person we encounter is an opportunity to practice love and kindness. Every connection we make is a chance to create something meaningful and lasting. So as you go through your day, remember the power of connection. Remember that every person you meet is a reflection of the same universal energy that flows through you. And in every moment, whether big or small, you have the opportunity to make a difference in someone's life. It doesn't take much just to smile, a kind word, a moment of compassion. These small acts of love can transform the world one person at a time. And in doing so, we bring ourselves closer to the other side, to the love and wisdom that guide us all on our journey. So as we come to the end of this video, let's take a moment to reflect on the advice we've received from the other side. The wisdom shared with us today can serve as a guide, a reminder, and a source of comfort as we navigate the complexities of our lives. The messages from beyond this world encourage us to live with intention, to embrace love, and to honor the connections we have with others. These are the keys to unlocking a life filled with deeper meaning, fulfillment, and peace. The first piece of advice is to seek inner peace. The other side teaches us that peace is not something we can find outside of ourselves. It comes from within. When we achieve peace within, everything around us begins to align. We no longer see life as a constant battle, but as a journey of experiences, each with its own lessons and opportunities for growth. By dedicating time each day to connect with our inner selves through meditation, mindfulness, or simply taking moments of stillness, we can cultivate the peace that will guide us through any storm. With inner peace, we gain the clarity and strength to face challenges with grace and understanding. The second piece of advice is to live with purpose. The other side reminds us that we're not here by accident. Each of us has a unique role to play, a purpose that goes beyond our day-to-day routines. When we live with purpose, we feel a sense of meaning in everything we do. We no longer go through the motions of life, but instead we approach each day with intention, knowing that our actions are aligned with something greater than ourselves. Finding our purpose may not always be easy, but it begins by listening to our hearts, paying attention to what excites us, and recognizing the passions that drive us. It's not always about doing something grand. Sometimes purpose can be found in the small acts that bring joy and value to others. And when we live authentically, the universe will guide us toward the path we are meant to walk. Finally, the other side encourages us to build meaningful connections with others. Human connection is one of the most profound gifts we have in this life. The spirits often remind us that love and compassion are the bridges that connect us not only to one another, but also to the greater energies of the universe. When we live in love and connection, we create a ripple effect that touches the lives of everyone we encounter. Whether it's a smile, a kind word, or an act of support, these small gestures have the power to heal, uplift, and transform. It's through our relationships with others that we find true meaning, as these connections reflect the love and unity that are at the heart of our existence. Every relationship we nurture brings us closer to the understanding that we are all interconnected, all part of the same spiritual fabric. So as you go forward in your life, remember these three pieces of advice from the other side. Seek inner peace, live with purpose, and build loving connections with those around you. These are the keys to unlocking the life of joy, fulfillment, and deep connection that we all long for. It is through these practices that we can move through life with clarity, confidence, and a heart full of love. The spirits encourage us to embrace these teachings, knowing that by doing so, we are aligning ourselves with the higher energies of the universe and living the life we were always meant to live. If you found these pieces of advice helpful, be sure to share this video with your friends, and subscribe to my channel for more videos on spirituality, life's purpose, and other inspiring topics. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to sharing more with you soon. Keep seeking, keep connecting, and remember that you are always supported by the wisdom of the other side.